welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Bringing him out, the third overall pick from way back in 2008, a guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw is Ryan. Got an open man. It's QT. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down, and then some.
Play action. It's Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Ryan. And he's going to be 35-yard line. Carlos Dunlap just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Here's Hardman to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Open man is QT, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Again, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got him the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Well, indeed trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it's the Cleveland Browns who will fight on as they eliminate the Denver Broncos. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes, and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the 2nd half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. There's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
Touchdown! Kiki QT, 47 yards. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. As this complete to Woods. And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the 9, here's second and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to advance to the divisional round. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.